Hey there, everybody. I am King 5 meteorologist Leah Pezzetti. It is Saturday, January 10th. Just about 6 p.m. right now. And I wanted to take a moment to talk about the forecast. We have some big changes heading our way the next couple of days. A weak to moderate atmospheric river is heading our way to the northwest. It's bringing rain, heavy rain to the mountains. So that's going to impact our snowpack and also wind as well. Plus, we are going to keep an eye on rivers on the rise as well. So here are the headlines and the timing of it all. Into Sunday, we are going to see rain increasing, heaviest for our northern communities. I'll show you that on the map in just a moment. Plus, strong wind will pick up, especially for those northern communities. Snow levels are going to start to increase into kind of tonight and tomorrow, getting to about 7,000 feet by tomorrow. For Monday, we are going to continue that pattern. Heavy rain, strong wind, most impactful along the coast and to the northwest, and then our higher elevations as well will tap into some of that heavier rain, and that's when we're going to see some of our rivers that are potentially going to reach action stage into Monday. Not necessarily major flood stage like we saw in December, but action flood stage, so something that we're keeping an eye on. And then Tuesday we'll start to see things drying out. We'll let those showers taper, we'll let some sunshine kick back, and then we're going to keep snow levels on the higher side. That is where they'll stay into the end of the week. Wednesday and beyond, we're actually looking at really beautiful conditions. Blue sky, really nice. We could see some morning fog into the end of the week. We often see that when we have that mild pattern that takes hold. So we'll keep an eye on morning fog, but then afternoon clearing will return after that. So it's actually expected to be a really beautiful week. Here is a look at our Queen Anne camera overlooking downtown Seattle on this Saturday evening. Pretty mild right now, but we're going to watch that rain increasing into tonight. It should stay mostly light overnight, but some pockets of heavier rainfall. And this is that satellite and radar imagery. You can see this band of showers that's slowly but surely moving in, mostly along the coast, and then starting to creep into some of our northern communities. Some showers sneaking in down to the south as well. And that's the big trend for the next couple of days. Pretty much all of those areas will see the heaviest rain. Here's a look from Snoqualmie Pass on this Saturday evening. A lot of people are out there enjoying some night skiing and snowboarding. Looks very busy on the mountain, Snoqualmie Pass. Unfortunately for Snoqualmie Pass, into tonight, you are going to be the first to lose that snow potential. It was a glorious week for snow totals. Multiple feet of snow fell over our Washington mountains. Unfortunately, that is the opposite of what we're going to see moving forward. No snow expected for the next week, and it's just going to be rain on top of our snowpack. So not great news there. But Snoqualmie Pass is going to be the first to go. We are going to see temperatures rising to well above freezing into our morning hours, so we'll start to tap into that rain over the passes as early as tomorrow. But Snoqualmie Pass, obviously at 3,000 feet, has those swings a little bit more drastic. Stevens Pass, on the other hand, is high enough, and actually Mount Baker as well, our North Cascades, that Saturday night, we will still continue to build on a little more snow. We could see a couple of inches of snow falling for Stevens and everywhere north of Stevens as well. So a little bit of snow, but that's going to be the final taste of snow. You can see that this evening. There's that little bit of snow up to the north with that precipitation moving in. But then into tomorrow, we will see those snow levels rising, and we'll say goodbye to snow, and it's rain on top of our snowpack. So here is a look at overnight Saturday night into Sunday morning. The heaviest rain is going to be along the coast, the peninsula, and then up to the north as well. Areas farther south, you will be right on the edge of it. You could see some light rain, but not as much as what everybody to the north is seeing. And I like this wide view here. I'll zoom it in just a moment, but I like this wide view here because you can see into Sunday that the heaviest rain from this atmospheric river is going to be projected toward British Columbia and Vancouver Island specifically. So that's where we'll see some of that heavy rain, especially into Sunday. But then it does kind of sag down into Washington on Monday. So Monday we'll hold on to those rain chances. Okay, let's zoom it in and we'll take a closer look at the timing of that. This is Saturday evening for us. That light rain is moving in. Some pockets of potentially heavier rainfall picking up overnight tonight, especially along the coast and for the Olympics. Then we get into our Sunday morning here. Same thing, some light rain. It's actually not that bad on Sunday morning. Looks like the heavier rain will start to arrive Sunday night. So this is 8 p.m. Sunday night. There's that heavy heavy rain along the coast, heavy rain up to the north and Vancouver Island as well. And that trend continues into overnight Sunday night and Monday. In fact, some heavy rain over the Olympics, and there's that heavier rain Whatcom, Skagit, and then also the San Juans in Island County. You'll tap into that, and the Strait of Juan de Fuca as well. Then we get into early Monday morning. We're still holding on to some pockets of heavier rainfall. At this point, we're dropping a little farther south, so that heavier rainfall moves as far south as I've seen it so far. So that gets into South Sound, but it's early Monday morning. And then into later in the morning, 8 a.m. here, we continue with the trend of heavier rain along the coast, heavier rain for our higher elevations and the foothills. And then by Monday evening, this is when we start to taper off. So this is Monday about 4 p.m. Some light rain still continues. Same thing to the north and along the coast. So all of that to say, the next 48 hours are key for this precipitation falling. That is when we'll see all of the rain falling. Around the Sound, we're really actually not looking at too much as far as accumulations are concerned. Most of Puget Sound will be in the 1 to 1.5 inches of rain, some isolated pockets closer to 2 inches of rain. We'll see our heaviest rainfall totals along the coast and the peninsula, and for the Olympics as well, and then also for the foothills and the Cascades, specifically the North Cascades. So the areas with the highest rainfall totals could get in the 2, 3, even closer to 4 inches of rain range through the next 48 hours. So that's Sunday and Monday rainfall total. So that's a lot of rain at once. And as we saw in December, when we get that much rain in the mountains, it may not be raining necessarily a lot in the lowlands, but we get the rain in the mountains that fuels our rivers, that pours into our rivers in the lowlands. So we could see some rivers at action stage. That's the lowest level of alert. We'll keep an eye on those and let you know if we need to fine tune that. So we're not looking at that, minor, moderate, major rain, flood stage, but action stage. So that just means, hey, we know rivers are rising. We're keeping an eye on that, and we'll keep you updated if we need to take action at all. Here is a look at the wind, because it's also going to be windy with this system that moves in. This is Saturday evening, a little bit breezy, starting to pick up, but that really continues into Sunday. This is Sunday morning for us along the coast and up to the north. Gusts in the 20 to 30 mile per hour range, isolated gusts even higher, and that only increases into late Sunday night. This is late in the evening on Sunday, 30, 35 mile per hour gusts along the coast through the strait as well. But we could see some isolated gusts getting as high as 40 to 45 miles per hour on Sunday night. So it will be blustery, especially for those areas farther to the north. Temperatures are going to be warm. It makes sense with our rising snow levels. We're going to see temperatures in the 40s for our lows. This is what we're waking up to Sunday morning. Definitely on the warmer side, and you can see that in the passes as well. The coldest Stevens Pass will be in the morning is about freezing, right around freezing. And then really not that much warming into the afternoon. We'll be in those 40s. We'll sneak a few low 50s in on Sunday. We'll get even more 50s in on Monday. And then actually Tuesday looks downright January tropical for Washington. Mid 50s expected by Tuesday. So it is definitely going to be a lot warmer. And keep in mind, normal for this time of the year at SeaTac is 48 degrees for our highs. So we're above that for the next 3 days and actually beyond that as well. And then same thing for our lows. Lows are typically in the upper 30s, and when we get into those mid 40s, we're closer to 10 degrees warmer than normal for this time of year. And that's the trend that we'll see. We hold on to 50s into the end of this work week. We see that heavier rain, which favors our northern communities through Monday, that strong wind as well. Tuesday, we taper things off, and then we'll see a really mild, dry pattern through the end of the week. Not great news for the snowpack. None of that is great news for the snowpack. However, it's nice to get a little bit of sunshine in January, which is typically one of our more gray months. I will point out also, though, that when we see this mild weather, especially after a rain event, when we have that fresh precipitation that has saturated our ground, that often leads to fog formation on a mild morning. So we will definitely keep an eye on foggy conditions into the end of the week. That will typically be a morning fog event. And then we'll get nice afternoons into the weekend. So start making your plans for outdoor hiking for the weekend, because it'll stay nice. Temperatures in the 50s, really mild conditions with some sunshine. But of course, we're going to get through this rain for the next 48 hours first. And be sure to stay with the King 5 weather team on our King 5 app as we bring you the very latest on the forecast. But I'm meteorologist Leah Pezzetti. Thanks for sticking with me. We'll be back on King 5 News tonight.